Hello, my beautiful people. How are we doing? I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening today. Winston is going berserk, like flying through the house. I don't know. I think he got into my coffee or something. What the hell? How are we doing? How was the rest of your week? Let's see who we've got here. Hello, Milk, of course. Good morning. Bonjour, Sequoia. I straight up, I am. My legs certainly give light during night these days. I think I want to turn this off. Actually, hold on. Forgot this was still on. I think this is better for my mental health. Hi, Milbrand. Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone. Christmas came early for me this year. I can't get it off. I fixed a shoe. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Winston, I swear. Erin, what are you doing today? Straight up, Milbrand. I think, was that I Chungus? And Borky, hello, who did dog? Hi, Chunk. Have a nice reading session, Thomas. Oh no! I had a midlife crisis. Well, a midlife crisis. It's like existential crisis when I read that. Like, Thomas, who was Thomas? I'm not Thomas. Who was Thomas? Oh, luckily it got fixed real soon because I would have freaked out. Oh, I can't put it there. Hi Garfield. They give light. Oh, you mean like they were weak? They actually were fluorescent light giving. My legs have not seen sun in like 15 years, so they're just reflecting the little light that is the little light that there is during the night. Okay, so there's a glass, a special glass. Well, actually, a tumbler. Look, I tried to fix something and now my finger won't. I can't get the stickiness off. Freaking glue. Um, Specifically for Winston because he likes drinking out of a glass, which is not really a surprise. I guess be like that, but. I chose a tumbler because it's heavier, so he won't be able to knock it over. But I forgot it's Winston, so he still can knock it over, and he will knock it over. He has been running around, flying through the house, like actually flying through the house, jumping off the couch and just over the desk into the bedroom. I don't know. And just now, he actually knocked over. I have a big bowl on the floor, which is not very high, but it's supposed to be like for plants or something. So that he also can't knock it over, and he can't knock that one over. What he can do, however, is run around so crazily that he. Oh, speaking of which, he's like, oh wait, I have that one too. He will dig into it and splash around some water. But just now, he almost ruined my carpet because he wanted to break on the carpet, but it doesn't work like that. So the carpet flew into water, water everywhere under the fridge, which is what I was doing while you were waiting. And I don't trust him today because he's really he's been leaving Tuz alone. Luckily, because she's not feeling great today. She didn't want to get out of bed. Winston is just berserk. I think he likes the fact that it's not 30 degrees anymore, which is valid. You're building a Valheim, getting ready for RC later. Oh my gosh, I hate this. I wish I could join you, but alas, my laptop would die. Hi, Wisdom. How are you doing? Riku, happy to see you too. How are you doing? How was everyone's week? Don't laugh at me, Chuck. Ah, just explain. I got a response. I don't know what story, but got a response about something about color blindness, and it ended with Thomas. Some Thomas was being either spoken to or talked about, and I was like, I don't know any Thomas. What do you mean colorblind? I thought it was visible. It was very confusing. Luckily, Chuck responded quite soon, quite quickly. So I was put out of my misery, but also That was wild. No, it's okay, Chuck. I had a good laugh. I just doubt myself instantly. Like I messed up. I did something. I don't. Who is Thomas? Did I meet him? Because I have been outside this week. It's a miracle, but I've been outside. I went to the store yesterday for the first time in months since before I broke my elbow, so that was good. But yeah, it could have been me. I had a lot of sun this week. Appear to have acquired a new kitten. I've been chosen yet again. Wisdom, what are you talking about? Why are you gatekeeping? And please share on Discord so we can all enjoy this kitten. Tell me the story. What happened? You got a kitten this week? Well, you win, I guess. Well, we have a split first place, I'd say. I'll tell you in a bit. I'm going to flip in the glass of water, from which my old cat drinks. Yes, he not only drinks in the glass. What kind of cat is this? Listen, I have to water one of my cats with a little syringe, and the other one refuses to drink normally. He either has to knock it all over, or dig into it, or run a carpet into it. So I think it's just cats, man. I don't know. For a naughty? Is that what I do with your name? Please let me know what to do. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I do. It's called the 9 o'clock crazies. Cats just occasionally go batty and run all over the house. Nah, this is more too. I mean, it's Winston, so it's always chaos. He wakes us up at if Tusa and I are not out of bed by 5:30, he will make sure that we are these days. I can't complain though, because I do want to get out of bed because I wake up around 5, but I want to be out of bed around that time. So he's not wrong, and he does these days also join me when I really need a nap. I will wake up with both of them next to me, and he used to be really upset because he wanted to play constantly, and he now knows how to amuse himself, and that if he joins me during a nap, I will be able to play with him later. Otherwise, I'll just be a wreck and no one will have fun. No, we'll just be dead, all of us. And that's no fun for anyone. And it's also not 9 o'clock. It's like, it's noon. It's noon, dude. No, it's really bad. I'm literally flying cat. I'm not kidding. Like, I think he flew at least 3 meters. Like, it's not even a big house. That's pretty much everything. It was funny, but I was just worried that he'd hurt himself. Thank you, Garfield. Everyone's looking dashing as well. My beautiful chat. Gosh, I'm happy to be here. I also get to see he's not at school again. This is true. I have to admit, this is very true, Milburn. Hi, Just Philip. How are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Who it always is maybe your name blind instead of a color blind. You understand. I truly thought it was me. It's my first assumption, pretty much always. I did something wrong. Like, what did I do? I don't know. Hello, Munayar. How are you doing? Cats being cats. Well, Winston being Winston, I guess. I'm not sure where he went now, which is also worrying. Probably on bed. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to have to give Winston a whirling wheel. I have thought about that straight up, and I would love to have one for him. And I think Deuce would even like it, because Deuce doesn't really want to go outside. I tried. But I don't have the room. If I had, I would do it instantly, but I don't have that. I've seen them, and I think they're really funny. It's a rocket. Let's go on, Jug. Rocket. I did hear his bell. He's probably... Oh, I see him. Oh, I see you. You're waiting in the next spot. He's waiting at my desk, which is where I'll move after stream to upload the VOD. We'll see. We'll fight about the spot later. I hate the stickiness. I had to fix a shoe, and now I have like... And I couldn't get it off without nail polish remover, but then I would mess up my whole nails. Difficult. Editing a book while watching stream? What book are you editing? Oh my god. The balcony was just about 3 meters high. Whoa. My Balthazar would freaking launch himself off the balcony if I left the balcony door open. Summer or winter, did not matter. Oh no. 3 meters. Oh, I would panic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Winston would do this too, but I'm not sure he would land well, because he's silly. He's just so silly. On our walk this morning as well, he was just silly. it's kind of dark, but by now the mornings are really cozy and dark. Um, so he pretends like he doesn't know the environment for some reason, which I guess, but it's weird. I wish I could film it more, but it's just too dark when we go out. And by the time the sun actually rises, he's just normal again. So I don't know. I have a personal energy generator. It's a cat wheel for my cats. Hey, honestly, that's actually a good idea. Have enough cats so they'll keep going. No, don't, please don't. An academic book related to Pan Amazon studies. There are here in South America. Let me know how it goes. That sounds like something I want to read. First time edit. How is the first time editing a book? What's your experience been like? I'm being hit in my calf muscle by a new kitten right now. God, I'm not going to be able to sit and write today. Oh, wisdom. How can you do anything when you have a kitten? I mean, I remember with Winston. Winston was very demanding and wild. Like he was really king of the house from the moment he moved in. We had no say. Toos and I have just been working around his craziness. Oh, there's Toos. Toosha. Hi. Want to come say hello? I don't know. She's not really feeling too great, which is probably because I wasn't at home in the afternoon yesterday and the day before, and even though it wasn't extremely sunny, like yesterday it wasn't really sunny by the time I left, but the day before it kind of was, and that means that I couldn't get her. Hold on. Can you sit? To your room? There you go, baby. Oh no. It means that I couldn't get her out of the sun, and she's like me when it comes to that. She can't really handle being in the sun, but she likes to lie in a certain spot, even though there's sun, and usually she ends up puking. So I have a feeling that it might have been cloudy over here, by the way, because I wasn't actually in this town. Or yesterday I was. I'm confused. The day before I wasn't though. And I have a feeling that she was too hot. She overheated, and she's still not feeling great. She's now lying down in another place that I'm gonna move after stream. They're both occupying. Winston, no, leave her alone. Where's the water bottle? Where is the water bottle? I swear, no, you're leaving her alone when she's not feeling well. Winston. Here, go play with this. Squirrel. She'll be okay. Running in a bit of lemon juice should help with the sticky gunk. I do have it, actually. I'll try that later. Well, I have to do my nails anyway. I forgot yesterday. I forgot. So I'm not up to date yet. This week's color has not been decided. But I might do that based on what I'm reading and will be reading. I mean, I say maybe I will. Scrolling is so annoying right now. Demanding and wild. I mean, Winston is never going to be not demanding. Winston, I see you. Don't sneak up on her like that. You're not as sneaky as you think you are. Again, my friend was jumped up off their balcony from the first floor, no problem luckily, except that there was a kennel next to the street outside. I'm not sure how this oriented, or they had to fish him out of the kennel, or he landed right in front on the side street. But everything turned out okay. Oh my god, cats. I don't know. They have no fear of death, I feel like. Winston? I'm gonna call you Winston Churchill. And that's not a compliment in this case. Good boy. This is the same cat that would go treasuring every summer for over 6 years. Be gone for 5 to 6 weeks and then turn back up. Slimmer and hungry but healthy. The first couple times it happened, I was stressed as fuck, but I learned that Balthazar was the reincarnated spirit of an Aboriginal person who needed to go walk about. Was here. I mean, valid, yeah. As long as they come back. Oh, I would be terrified. I would not sleep. I don't know. That sounds very stressing. But then again, it's a little kitty. Editing a book like this has been interesting for some reason. I really like formatting, and maybe I want to pursue that in a deeper way. I can imagine it's pretty satisfying to fix it up and have the end result in front of you. I can imagine. Puking is a cat's love language. No, oh, I wish, I wish. I mean, Bo used to. I'm pretty sure that she barfed every once in a while just to get my attention. But when Toos does it, she's really not feeling. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. All she knows is Spanx and being cute. She does nothing else. Hold on. I gotta go donate all my attention to this kitten. Go to learnboard. It's okay, Wisdom. Please share pictures if you want and if you have time, because kittens. Alarm clock should have the sound of cat puking. Guaranteed to make people jump out of bed. This is very true too, and it's very unfair. But it's also the reason why I felt like my other cat every once in a while did it on purpose, just to get me up. Pretty sure. Bonjour. Didn't we already say bonjour, Sequoia? How are you doing? Are you okay? Why is Jeff being annoying already? I just started. Please stop. It was just a little bit. Once I learned this pattern, I would just let it go because I'd know he'd be back in a few weeks. Yeah, I know. I'd still be stressed. Still be stressed, I think. I don't know. So, if they're annoyed at you, Deuce doesn't know annoyance. Deuce doesn't even know anger. She's just, Deuce. She's just Deuce. There's nothing else. Hi, 40. All my Lego sets arrived. Let's go. Go, go, go. Have fun. All right. The reason why Christmas came early is because I finally got a subscription to the library. I know. Sounds insane. But I was given a subscription as a surprise, as a gift, on Friday. And I went to the city. It was a gorgeous library as well. And I feel very motivated and happy, really, because it's been a while that I used to work at the library, but I don't know, I just didn't really, I have trouble going to new places, first off, so even a library, the only exception is an actual bookstore. I don't care what's inside. If there's books, I will go. This is my kryptonite, I guess. But like a library, I know there's just all these nooks and spaces and people, and I don't know. It's scary. So I hadn't been actually to a library for a very long time, and then I was also gifted a subscription for the rest of the year. So I'm really happy. And then yesterday, it had been months since I'd gone to the store. Since before I broke my elbow, so that was the 12th of June. And I think it was a week or two before that I was at the store for the last time. But there's a new guy that got hired, so I wasn't really worried about it. But it was time. It was time to go. And I went yesterday in the afternoon. And it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. It was very dusty. It was much needed. that woman came by again because, god dang, I'm so sorry, but you notice it if there's no women around at all. It's not nice to say, but it hadn't been that dirty since before I got there, like before I started at the store. When I started at the store, it was pretty much the same. And then I started helping out. I don't know, it's just if I see dishes and stuff, I need to clean it up. And it's kind of part of the job, I guess, but I don't know. So I guess I'll start going again. But I can't stand it. I can't stand that is so dusty and dirty. And I get a lot of satisfaction from cleaning it up. And I don't want all the effort that I've put into it to go to waste, so to speak, because other people don't know how to vacuum, I guess. I don't know. I had a good time, though. I had a lot of laughs. I actually got a new hat. You want to see it? What if all of us came together, bought a plot of land, and rebuilt the ancient library of Alexandria? I agree, straight up. Let's do it. I wanted to say, but all that knowledge that was lost, we can never get it back, but we can rebuild. Why haven't we started rebuilding yet? Why? What is this? Thank you for the hug, Riku. Oh, bye, you. I didn't see. Bye bye. Thank you for dropping by. Christmas Christmas came early. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's like infinite books, and infinite ebooks and audiobooks. So now, if I want to read a book, if I have a physical copy, and I'm not gonna, I mean, I could, but I don't want to buy an audiobook as well if I don't have the option to listen to it freely on Audible. But I'm pretty sure I could do both now through the library, as long as it's not one of the, you know, because apparently digital stuff is also limited, which I don't get, because why the fuck would it be limited? Hold on, my bell is going. Oh, oh no. I didn't silence. Hi. Hello. Lisa. Oh, good now. Good now. Alles goed? Alles goed. Ik heb koffie drinken, ja? Ja, misschien. Maar ik heb het weg in mijn huis. Echt? Ja, nee, dat zijn ze. Ja, dat is het. Oh, gefeliciteerd. Bedankt. Oké, nou, ik moet werken. Dankjewel. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't mute, did I? No, I didn't. That was scary. I wasn't expecting anyone. So, what should I do now? um. So, I guess a neighbor had a package of mine that had been delivered, but I didn't have it. It wasn't in my mailbox. It didn't come to my door. So, I got a refund, and I guess 6 weeks later, by now, she decided to come bring it. What am I gonna do? I feel so guilty now. Oh no. Now, now I have two. It's the clip for it's the clip. Oh, now it feels like I stole something. To help. I don't know what I was saying. What was I talking about? Help! Oh no! Oh, okay, well, yeah, that's. Why am I surprised? What's happening? I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I'm a bit upset now. My heart is going crazy, and I'm a little bit shaky, because if I don't expect my bell to go off, I get a bit of a panic. Uh, a bit of a panic. Added to that I feel like I stole something. Give me a moment. Oh no. I mean, I did accept the chunk. I have it. It's here. I opened it. It's here. It's like, it's, I think 6 weeks ago. I don't know. I don't know. You're right, Timuraku, but also I just feel a little bit guilty. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have the space for this, people. Kitties, people, kitties. Thanks. I think she wants Spanx. Hi, Dots. Yeah, I don't know. They suddenly realized that I was here, I guess. Thank you for popping in. How has your week been? Boxes inspector is coming up. I feel bad. I'm not kidding. I feel bad. Thank you, Dots. Hello, Life Doge. I'm not here to cause any drama. I mean, we are neither, but sometimes it happens, life. What was I talking about though? I was in the middle of a story, wasn't I? Always good to have a backup. This is true, Chungus. And it technically it isn't my fault, but also I don't know. Hello, the way you are. Uh-oh. Me too, honestly. It's too boring, right? Life is too boring. I left the bag on the floor and Winston is now playing with it. What was I talking about? Borky, help. As someone who loves learning, what do you suggest for me to learn? What do you want to learn? The anything, everything. I want to know everything. It's a struggle and a curse. I don't recommend it. A language? I would love to know more languages. I want to know everything. So that's really hard. That's a hard question. You don't know? Okay, well, then it probably wasn't important. I feel like it was important. I don't know. Completely thrown off guard. Flying cats, puking, Spanx. The hell is going on? Hi, Loop. I did. It's already started. It's been made. It's been made. But in short, I was going to talk about this during the next walk, actually, first, but I'll bring it up now for shortly. In short, this year, minus a few days, it was the first year that I was able to continuously stream without major breaks. So yeah, I took time off here and there, but it was the first time since I started streaming back in 2020 that I actually fulfilled a whole year. And the reason I wanted to start, well, not the reason I wanted to start the YouTube channel when I said I was going to start it, and the deadline I set myself was because I wanted to escape the grief that I was feeling because the anniversary of the loss of my first pet was coming up. And I hate summer. So I wanted to very desperately run away from myself and my mental health problems, basically. And that's not going to work because summer really, truly is a problem for me. I get very depressed and sad, and I get extremely, extremely, extremely tired because I just don't sleep well. I hate that it's like light for 20 hours a day. It makes me upset just to think about it. So my attempt to try and workaholic my way through it failed. Failed desperately. So the channel has been there all along. I pretty much made it right away, but I had to a few weeks ago actually kind of look myself in the eye and admit that I can film whatever I want, but as long as I look as miserable as I do, I'm not gonna be able to work with it because that's not what I want to be, and it's not who I am. It's just my summer depression and my desire to run away from grief that has made me push forward with a plan that during a time that I can't do shit. I can't even function normally just in general in summer. So it was just a desperate attempt to run away from myself. But it's not stopping. I just took a breather and I'm going to start when I feel like I can get through the day without trying to escape it, if that makes any sense. Because I always wanted to start a YouTube channel, I just didn't feel confident enough throughout the years. I didn't think anyone would be interested because I only found out about book, everything, tube, talk, what have you, I think 2 years ago. But I feel miserable. I know it doesn't come across like that during stream, and I've mastered the power of glitter, but trust me, I feel like shit. I feel like shit in summer. It's horrible. I'd love to learn how to make a lot of money. How do I do that? Doge, I am afraid you're absolutely in the wrong channel at that point because at this point because I'm afraid I hate money as well. Summer and money, the two things I despise most in life. I can't help you with that because I would like to get rid of money if I had the power. Unfortunately, I do not. So I don't know. Can't help you with that. Protein folding. What is protein folding? Then cure something? The way. What is that? Lorcana YYC. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing today? I love learning, but no math or chemistry. I love everything. Truly, it's a it's a problem. I don't know. What do you want to learn? I would go for a language probably first. If you think it's important, I'll repost. You were talking about digital libraries and storing information online, but it's limited. Thank you, straight up. Oh, uh, I still don't know where I was going. I know what I was saying, but I don't know what the destination was I had in mind. Thank you. I don't know. It will come back. It will come back. A master of disguise. No, I was just curious. I checked your social link, but it wasn't there. No. Well, thank you for checking in and keeping me accountable. And I'm sure that other people will have the same questions. No, it's not gonna. I haven't given up on that at all. Um, this has been a very interesting year. I've had a lot of weird setbacks, more grief, interesting changes, and unexpected turns of events. But the one thing that I didn't quite realize was that this was really the first time that I managed to complete a full year of streaming, and you can see it. You can see it in my stats actually. That when the days are start to get longer, I start to decline. And at the moment, I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life, and the only reason that I still feel like I can deal with the day is because I get up at 5 or wake up at 5. And by the time I'm outside with Winston, it's still cold, it's chilly at the moment, and it feels like there's autumn in the air. And I actually need a scarf because, well, because I just came out of bed and just barely out of my pajamas, but it's cold and it's nice, and that makes me feel good because I can see the ending of summer now. But it's gonna take a little bit longer to feel actually good about every day because there's still heat coming. It's not over yet. So for next year, I'll probably, um, well, no, I have to do things differently. First off, no starting new projects. You're gonna, I'm not. It's not gonna work. I'm just gonna disappoint myself and everyone else. And somehow try to find a way to use summer to hibernate, as some animals do during winter. I think I need to make sure that I have that in summer somehow. I don't know how. Figure it out next year. Um, I need to find darkness. I need to find a place, especially in the height of summer. July, I'm not saying that I'm gonna take the whole July off, but I have to change some things for July because that July was really the hardest month to work. June, July is just my hell basically. But this was the first year, and I'm very glad that you strung along with me and let me make mistakes, learn from my own chronic illness and how to deal with it, and not give up on me. It's really important. Hi, Blue. How are you doing? How proteins fold? It's a huge puzzle with potentially amazing payoff. What are you talking about, the way? What is happening? Did I miss a message? Just got here, but it seems to me a family and children would make you much more fulfilled. I don't know you. I'm assuming you don't have children. What makes you think that I would be much more fulfilled with a family? Um, Especially given the fact that you acknowledge that you don't know me. So what about me being a woman makes you assume that I need a man and children to be more fulfilled? What makes you think I'm not fulfilled? What makes me feel good is to hear honking in air and looking up to see the V of geese flying south. Yes, blue! Because that's even more signs that the end is near. Oh my god. I'm so looking forward to spooky season. It's we also haven't had any rain. Really not. It's so dry. We're supposed to have the most rain during this time of year. No one came for the fish as far as I saw. A lot of them died. Um, they also didn't pump more water in it. There's more people who called, but it seems like they're just gonna wait until they all die so they can just scoop them out or something. It's horrible. That's the only thing I don't like about my mornings at the moment, that I have to listen to the death throes of other animals. Dark out curtains, trust someone who lives with the midnight sun in winter. Well, I can't leave. I can't leave my cats. I don't want to leave my cats. But I can't, because Toulouse needs to be fed water. She doesn't trust anyone to do that, and also I don't trust anyone to do that for my cats. I went on a vacation one time, and I came home to severely dehydrated cats because the person that I had trusted, which I should have been able to trust, didn't understand that I wasn't being annoying when I told them that the cats like fresh water. And I could see from the way the caulk line, the residue that stays behind if you let a glass of water just, sit. And I could see that for several times they had let the water go down to almost the bottom. So if they had gotten new water twice or three times when I was away, that would have been a lot. Now, I know a few people who I would probably trust to take better care, but I'm not going to risk that. Just not going to do it anymore. So I'm not leaving. I have to find a way. Don't know how. I have to find a way to find rest in summer. I just don't deal with summer very well. Try to run away from it. Try to workaholic my way through it. It's not going to work, unfortunately. I noticed in your book list that you started a few Stephen King books, but also shelved some on the same day. What is your opinion on his work? Which ones are you talking about, Loop? Because it's possible that you're looking at the cherrypies Goodreads, which isn't my personal Goodreads. So I shelved like dozens of books on the same days because I was working on getting my collection into the new Goodreads. So I'm not sure how I feel about Stephen King. I haven't read enough. I love Gary, and I love the girl who loved Tom Gordon. And I listened to Fairy Tale. Wasn't a fan of the last one. The other two I did like, but I don't know. I don't think I've read enough of Stephen King to really judge, because that man's. I don't know how he does it, but he knows how to write quick. Hey, hello. Ideal would probably be to go to a country with winter or where it's cold in summer when it's hot here, but for you that would probably need a remote job, right? Why would no? This is my job. And I typed it wrong. Then to say someone who lives with the midnight sun in summer, not winter. Oh yeah, I didn't even catch that, Chungus. You're right. No, but I'm not leaving. And I'm not taking my cats to a different country. Uh, so I have to deal with it somehow until I move away completely, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. I have to deal with it. Are you looking at yourself? What are you looking at? One second. Hi Neil, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Hi, what are you doing? There's just nothing else to ask? I'm quite curious because it's interesting. It's interesting to read something like that, given what's going on over in the U.S. Did I hear correctly that they're now referring to women who are pregnant as hosts. Is that real? Didn't have time to check it. I heard it came by this morning. What's my sleepless assistance at beds, please? Oh, I will take a look at the stream, Meneer. Oh, blackout curtains. Okay, Junkus. The reason I can't have that in my living space is because I have pets. Again, my life revolves around the decision I made to take pets. They come first. So it doesn't matter how much pain I have and how much I cry. Every day, they come first. I do all the things I need to do to take care of them in the morning and the evening. Even if I have to crawl to their water bowls and their food bowls and prepare their wet food, doesn't matter. Sometimes I am not even able to feed myself, but they come first. So every day I need to open the curtains for them. And if I were to invest in something like blackout curtains for a bedroom, that might work. But I'm not going to hold myself up in a bedroom for what, 3 months, 4 months, because sure I would have invested in that if a lot sooner. But I have to take care of my cats. You know, they deserve sunlight, they deserve fresh air, and they deserve that I do everything in my power to make sure that they're happy. Jules doesn't go outside, so, you know, I have to make sure that she gets her daily sun every day. Winston goes outside, so that's better. He gets fresh air. We go on walks together, but I make sure that there's as much light as I can give them as possible. When I have a migraine, I can't do that. I do have to. Well, I don't close them entirely either. I literally walk around with my mask or my sleep mask, so I can offer them light. So that's why I haven't invested in any blackout anything. I can't. I have cats, and they deserve light. Do you mean to travel in summer? I mean, get you some dark curtains so you can sleep in a probably dark room at night. You know what that would mean? Okay. So I am sick with daylight. I don't think you understand the severity of the problem. I am sick of daylight, like sick of daylight in summer by 3. By 4, I'm really done. But if I'm honest, in summer, at 10 a.m., I'm already exhausted from daylight. I can't do that with my pets. I can't do that. And I also, it's not doable, you know? I do need fresh air and daylight. I just have to be careful, and I have to not start new projects. With hibernating, I don't mean literally sleeping. I mean take on less work as opposed to what I did this year. I tried to stack 2 more projects on top of what I was already doing, ignoring completely that I had an anniversary of my first pet. I'm chronically ill, freaking autism, other external things. It was too much because I didn't plan for it. What I need to do is plan for it. I don't need blackout curtains. Because I have a face mask, a very good, not even that cheap face mask that it really it covers this. It has like a cushion so that there's really nothing, no light. And I wear that. Where was I going? I guess that was it. Yeah, it's the Goodreads. I assembled that in one go, basically. Well, not exactly, but the information it was taken from is from a Goodreads account that has been existing since 2019. 2019. Not 19. 2009. Hi, Skellen. How are you doing? And the cat. One of them, not 2. Host, that makes me think of an alien race or something. There. Yeah, straight up. Actually, I saw some news fragment of some kind of what was it? An interview? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It came by, and I was wondering if anyone else saw it. But they've been taking away women's rights for a little bit now, and not just women's rights, LGBTQ plus as well. It's not going well. It's not going well at all. Thank you for the subs, Loop. Thank you for the prime, even. Welcome. You're an actual cupcake now. I understand, Jungus. I understand. But it's not. That's not the problem. Oh, I know where I was going. So that means that I would have to close. That would mean I would be tempted and would use those blackout curtains at 3. Well, in the summer, in the hot summer, at 3 already. So I would deprive my cats of daylight. Because it's not about the going to bed. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people look at screens and sit in bright environments, or in summer if you have to go to bed at 9 because you have to get up in the morning. I don't know how people go from bright sun that is still up in the sky to bed, dark, sleep. I can't do that. I need to start adjusting my light at 4, 5 p.m. and I do it in steps, you know. And the dark out, I would be too tempted to use that. If it's too much, I have to stop. And if I were to make my environment dark, I would still continue to work. The light is helping me remember I need to freaking stop. I can't do this. I get sad in summer, like in the depression, the winter sad. My body can't deal because I'm much more stressed. I have a lot more pain. It's not just about the sleep. It's about everything. The entire way I approached summer was bad. And you're taking the hibernation a little bit too literally, maybe. I really didn't mean just the sleep. I mean everything. I hate the daylight. I'm not kidding. And I would need it everywhere, and I would deprive my cats. It would be too tempting. It would be too tempting. Because I don't, listen, there's a reason I want to move away from here. I don't like it. I don't like the summer. The days are too long. The summer, the height of winter, when it starts to get dark at 3, oh man, the relief I feel is not, there's no words. Okay, well, hold on. You will probably disagree, but I'm sure if you had a husband and kids to focus on, you'd feel infinitely more happy. You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question, so why would I answer yours? I'm wondering why you assume that a woman needs a man and children. Because to me, I'll give you an answer. My life has been hell every time I was in a relationship. My life doesn't get better with a guy. The reason I have been able to stream this last year is because I decided to not let any man influence my life until I am where I want to be. And every relationship before would be nice in the beginning, and then they would start talking like this. So I really don't agree. And you also don't have an actual argument because you don't know how to answer my questions. You just repeat what you said. So go on your merry way and find somewhere else to go. All right? Oh, bye. I learned to sleep in 2 to 5 minutes due to work so I can fall asleep at basically any point if I need to get some sleep in. So I have zero issues with going from a fully lit. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. I mean, in the army, you need to learn it, right? The only thing I found about any hosts are 2 hosts from some show in America that got pregnant. So I guess that isn't it. No, I didn't save it. I don't know. I didn't know. It was a man. It was a man calling women hosts, pregnant women hosts. And the comments were all like, "Can we call the baby a parasite then?" And I was like, "Oh wait, I need to ask about whether this is real. If anyone else saw it." I had the same question about Trump being called dad or daddy. I didn't believe it was real. It was. Also struggling to understand why a person's happiness would depend on being in a relationship with another person. How shallow is this person to tie out their happiness in the presence of another person? No, they're not even saying happiness. They're saying fulfilled. That just by looking at me, assuming, saying that because you're a woman, you would be much more fulfilled if you had a man to take care of, and your body would be stretched out and depleted by carrying a child, and you wouldn't have time for this, your career or your books, because you're busy being satisfied taking care of other people. Sorry, but not everyone is looking forward to that, and not everyone thinks that with the level of adulthood that I have been met with in relationships. I don't know. It's not just having one kid. It feels like you're just joining a household full of kids. My experience is not very good, so I don't know. I would be more fulfilled if I had a man. No. So sorry. I don't mean to offend anyone, but I have not been happier with a man at all because it just takes away from the things that I want to do. My ex, I had the first time in my life, in my last relationship, for the first time in my entire life, since I learned to read, I didn't read for an entire year. Look at this. This is what I read the year after. All right? This isn't even everything. But because I was constantly making sure that he didn't get angry at me, and he had his food, he had his clothing, and the house was clean, preparing to get kids, I was so busy just taking care of him and the house that I didn't have time to pick up not even a page a day. Nothing. How am I more fulfilled with a man? How? Let alone with kids. Yes, of course, I would love to have kids, but they don't make me more fulfilled than I am now. They're not. They might add to what I have. But for the first time in my life, this last year, I've been able to do the things that I want to do that make me feel fulfilled. I don't need anyone to do the things that I want to do. I'm lucky. I'll say that. I'm very lucky that I like somewhat solitary activities. But to see a woman and the first thing that you say is, I don't know you, but I am going to assume that you need a man and kids. And then not even answering why it is that you assume that just because you see a woman. It's very harmful. And honestly, it probably says more about the man saying that to the woman. I guess that the man wants that. It doesn't mean that other people want it. And especially not some random woman you meet on the internet. All right? I love night shifts as well. The thing is, I do love sunrise and sunset, so it's a problem. I love sleep until I hate it. I wish I could say like a week for 24 hours a day. It's not good for you, Jungas. It's very bad. Night shifts. You do need daylight. Hi, Storm. This isn't the 1900s anymore. Families are not necessarily part of a woman's life. No, they're definitely not essential for a woman to be considered successful. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. How dare I, straight up? How dare I decide that, you know what, men are too stressful for me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I went a year without reading. A year without touching a book. I made a lot of bread. Did a lot of ironing. I washed a lot of clothes. And I had a lot of fights about feeling that I didn't have anything for myself, which I didn't, because I didn't even touch a book. But sure. Hi, Super Okapi. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. To borrow a term from Emma Watson, I'm happily self-partnered for the last 12 years and I plan on staying so for a long time to come. I fully agree. Maybe if society, if people like this who just came into chat, if people like that hadn't been, if I didn't feel that pressure in my teens and 20s, because yeah, sure, I had a dream to become a mother, but if I'm being completely honest without getting into it, that was mostly because I had a very toxic neglectful, traumatizing childhood. And I wanted to give a kid better. That's not really a good reason to get kids. Luckily, I didn't have kids before I realized that. Because at this point in my life, I'm not sure I could do it. I'm not sure if I am able to give my life to kids. Because that is really, that's what, I think that's why it's so upsetting about people who say to a woman, don't you think you would be more satisfied with kids? You're not a person anymore. The first few years you have a kid, that's your life. You don't have any, I mean, that's my opinion, let me put it like that. The same with my cats. Whatever your kid wants or needs, within reason. Because, you know, if your kid wants to drink dish soap, I would not let him do it. But for the first few years of a kid's life, that is your life. You have now transported your heart and your soul into another human being. And it's your job, a full-time 24/7, never stopping, never off the clock job to take care of that kid. So being more fulfilled, I think that is a very unfortunate misconception that we should fix. Because the first few years, I'm sure it's very satisfying, but you're not going to be a person anymore, especially not as a woman. Especially not as a woman. But how would you know if you're a guy? You wouldn't, because as a guy, you kind of get the fun part of the kid. You don't have to carry it for 9 months. You don't have to walk around with a wound of 25 centimeters in diameter after giving birth, which can take up to a year to heal the uterus. Not even talking about the mental part of becoming a mom and the pressure it puts you as a woman. Because if there's already pressure on me now, imagine how much pressure there is on a woman when they do have kids. You can never do it right. And now at this point in my life, I am not sure if I can do that. I don't know if I am healed enough from my trauma to put a kid on this earth and get it into adulthood with the minimal amount of trauma, because you're going to give your kid trauma, even if you are doing everything you can to not. Things are going to happen. I don't know if I'm stable enough. I don't know if I could, just the basics, I don't know. I have all the love in the world, but do I have the mental stability and rest to take care of a kid if summer, just the season, all that breaks me? Don't think so. Don't think so. Someone that wants a partner gets that approach he made is so wrong. I know, Moonlight. And I would have loved a conversation about it. Because, like, why do you think like this? Why do you look at a woman and think your life is incomplete because you don't have someone else in your life and you haven't given birth? What if I can't? Because I could also go into that part of the conversation. I have endometriosis. And I'm in my 30s. Who says I can get kids? Who says my body is able to give birth? Am I now worthless? In a lot of men's eyes, and unfortunately also women's eyes, I would be. Maybe I am. You don't know. Maybe I'm keeping that secret, that I'm actually infertile. And then some stranger comes and says that I'm not completely fulfilled because I can't bear children. Wow, that's really sad. What should I do? End it? Because apparently my life isn't worth anything without, well, not enough at least. Because otherwise strangers wouldn't feel the need to say something like that, right? It's very sad. Hi Rory, thank you so much for the follow, welcome. You know that there is men that would let you read and understands that you need something. Yeah, sure, Chuck. Sure. The thing is, I have a lot of trauma that causes me to willingly, sort of, I wouldn't say actually willingly because it's trauma born, but it's very hard for me to take care of myself when there's another person in my household. I mean, I can't even do things sometimes because of the cats, because they're my responsibility. I chose to have them. Now I have to take care of them and make sure they're happy. And I have the same thing in relationships. And unfortunately, I still somehow attract the kind of person who will abuse that, and that's me. So until I am fixed to a degree that I can at least recognize these patterns and the people who do that, I think I'm good. I think I'm good, and maybe this is it, and I'm really okay with that. Of course, I would be sad to never bear children, but at this point, I am really, really painfully aware of all the ways it probably would have gone wrong if I had gotten kids somewhere, anywhere before 30. It wouldn't have ended well. I would have continued to cycle. And I don't want to do that. I would rather be the end of the line than risk traumatizing an entire different life and the ripple effect that will cause. So, um, I just have a little way to go. I have a few lessons to learn. And maybe all I am meant to be is grandma. You know what? Maybe all I want to be is grandma. Being in a relationship isn't important to me, but the ones I've had didn't have roles. We're just two people each with our own lives, enjoy the time together. That's kind of the way it's supposed to be. I feel like the way. Only thing I sometimes miss from back when I was dating and in a relationship is the occasional snuggle during movies and such. See, I am lucky though, because autism and stuff, you know, not even trauma, but autism also makes it just easier for me to be on my own. Um, because I don't miss that. I really don't. I can't lie, I don't like to be alone. I'm a social creature. I love socializing and being around other people. I don't mind be my me time, but too much of it gets me depressed. Hi, Jacob. Well, I guess that is because you're an extrovert, which, as far as I understand, means that you get energy from socializing, and being an introvert means that you get depleted from socializing. Doesn't mean you don't like socializing. I am. I love socializing, but at the end of it, I am completely wrecked. I'm wrecked, and I need like 3 days to recover. But doesn't mean that I don't like it. It just means that I don't get energy from it, which is how I decide whether I am able to be social. Do I have enough in my battery, or do I need to take a few more days to recharge? And with an extrovert, it's the other way around. My battery is drained. I need to go out and see other people. I hope you have enough opportunities to do so. Imagine carrying a little human for 9 to 10 months, so. It's no joke. It's no joke. And women are generally made to just continue working. I'm not kidding. When you give birth, you have a wound of 25 centimeters in diameter from where the placenta has been freaking ripped out because of giving birth. And most women are expected to pick up at least some of the housework, if not all the housework, and take care of the child. You imagine having a wound of 25 centimeters in diameter on your back. Do you think you're allowed to work? Do you think it would be advised to pick up any chores? Don't you think that you're going to be kept in hospital? Not that I'm saying that you should stay in hospital I'm just, the wound. That would be a severe wound, right? You're not going to do shit with that. But because you can see it, and because women are already expected to just keep on going, through menstruation pain and stuff. Why get us out, right? Becoming a parent is such a big decision, and it's not all fun. Most of it is really hard work. And sadly, most people discover that once they are a parent and realize that, oh, wait, this is actually really a full-time job. Worse, I'm not getting paid. In fact, I have to quit the paid job for months or weeks and pay for childcare and nappies, and I don't know. It's a lot of work. It's so much responsibility. And the thing is, I don't have the tools to know when to stop taking care of others, put on my own mask for air. I would go under. I'm pretty sure if you had some time to talk about this, I would like to ask you some questions about it, about kids. Depending on the questions, it depends on the questions. I don't know if I have answers, but there's no stupid questions. Just so you know. Hello, derailed train of thought. How simple and reductive to think people are only around to serve biological functions and not to anything else their anatomy would allow them to do. I know. It's sad. But the thing is, I think it's just a projection. Um, and I guess I got upset in the beginning there because I've just this morning heard that apparently in the news, some guy has now officially said that pregnant women are hosts. Um, and I'm saying that a bit wrong because what he said was hosts. He didn't say pregnant women are hosts. No, he just used the term host. He didn't say pregnant women at all or any other way to say that the woman is a person. It was just um, the host. What do you mean? So that is still in the back of my mind. And then this person comes in. I don't know you, but I'm pretty sure you need a husband and a kid. What if I can't have freaking kids? How do you don't know me? Never, all right, never, especially as a guy, talk about or ask a woman when she's going to start having kids or is she trying or, any question in that regard. Unless she brings it up herself, I would not touch it because it's so sensitive. I went through a lot of pain. Well, I guess when I was a teenager, I had set myself kind of a deadline that by 25 I wanted to be a mom, I wanted to have a husband, and I wanted to have a good job, and the usual treadmill dream. And then I didn't. I didn't, and it hurt because society does value you a little bit, even though you get punished for it on all sides as a woman. Your job, you might not even get hired because you're a woman of fertile age. All the setbacks and obstacles that you have as a woman to just being a woman are also just used against you, because when you're not a mom, then suddenly you're not worth a full woman, I guess. But what if the person you're asking has already been trying for years and years, years and years and years? They've tried IVF, medication, everything, and what do you know? The woman is infertile. It could be the man as well, but in this situation we're talking about women. The woman is infertile. Don't bring it up. You don't know. If she is infertile and she's gone through miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage, you are stabbing her not just in her heart, but in her just everything. Everything that she has been given value for as a society, you stab it by bringing it up. You don't know. And also miscarriages aren't getting the mental health care that they should get because that's traumatizing as fuck. But that's just a female experience, I guess. I think you give me some good insights for a problem I'm trying to solve. What are you trying to solve, Naya? Hope you never think that you're worth it because you are not. You're inspiring a lot of us. Let me just put it out there. Oh. I don't think I'm worthless anymore, but it is a thing that comes up every once in a while. You were witness to it just now. And having endometriosis, it is something that I think about a lot. That if I do want them, like actually, if I find out that I do want them, I don't have all the time in the world. There is a time limit. Now, it is a misconception that you can't get pregnant after like 35, that you have to do it before 35. My theory about that is patriarchy. It's not true. It is safe and not that unusual for women to get pregnant at 45. But it is something that is in my mind, and my uterus is actively breaking down every time I menstruate. That's what it is, to what it means to have endometriosis. So I get confronted with the uncertainty of the workings of the value of my entire existence every month. Every month. But I don't feel worthless anymore. No. Because I think I have other things to do in life than just being a mom. I think there are people out there who are probably a lot more stable to do so, and I think I could be really happy being a grandma. I know that makes no sense if you're new here, but I'm not gonna explain. I am grandma. I don't have kids, but I am grandma. Okay. I probably have ADD as well. So welcome to the club, Chuck. Contentment starts within. Yes, it's true. If one can be content with one's own company, it doesn't matter what they surround themselves with. Family, children, friends, careers, animals, they still won't feel fulfilled because they've neglected the core themselves. Just my opinion. I agree, Jungus. I agree. It's the airplane thing. You have to put on your own air mask. Am I going to get another package? I don't know. Did I lose something else? I don't know. Hi, Daniel. I think we humans are never happy with what we got. First we want a partner, then we want to get married, then we want a family, then we want to Then we want the family to be healthy and wealthy. And then they grow up and we all die and we are never satisfied. I think, Daniel, that is what capitalism wants you to believe. Maybe the patriarchy as well. At which I am not pointing to men, but the system, not to a gender. When I say patriarchy, I say the system of the way that we have been conditioned as an entire society, not just men. And capitalism, because capitalism needs you to feel like something is missing. Capitalism needs you to think that there is better, more. Ego comes into play when you're talking about this. But I think humans innately know that we're not supposed to be living the way we are now. We're not supposed to be sitting in offices, doing inside jobs, 9 to 5, things we don't want to do for the majority of us. The majority of people are in jobs that are a necessity and not because they want to do it, which is really silly, because when you think about it, there's people out there who dream to be a garbage man. There's people out there for every job in the world, but alas, capitalism. But if you can let go of that, Daniel, if you can step back from the scarcity mindset, for one, because there's no such thing. They want you to believe that there's not enough money, that there's not enough food, but there is. There's food stored away in places waiting for money and letting people die because there's no money for some reason, I guess. I don't know. But how can there be not enough money if there's people in the world who have billions? It's the system that has you thinking that you need more. The thing is, you don't need more. To want better for your family and to want to have the best for your family and kids, sure, that is natural, but we don't need to be the best because we already are. What are we comparing ourselves to other people who are flaunting something that they might not even want themselves just because they think you want to have it? You know what I mean? And while I think that for most people it's true that they would be happier, not just happy, but maybe a little bit happier with a companion, doesn't mean you can't be happy on your own. In fact, if you learn to see the little things, like I mean, it's very dry and it's summer, so there's these huge water pumps out in fields to water the crops, you know. And one of my favorite summer memories from when I was a kid was running out into some random farmer's field and standing underneath it. And I almost did that this weekend, but I was really busy doing other things and on my way to climb a wall in heels. So, you know, but I still notice these things because if they're on during a day where it's very, very sunny, you get mini rainbows, and it's pretty. And it's just a little tiny little detail, but if you see them, it can make you happy. The smell of coffee in the morning, or the way your pet comes to snuggle up beside you when you're getting ready for bed. All these things can make you happy and satisfied. And the only thing you need to do is decide that you don't need the things that ads are telling you that you need, or that family with the best of intentions tells you that you need. You know best what you need. And if that entails a partner and children, then go for it. But don't forget that you are a person too. You are the one that will always be the company that you carry with you. And it's so important to be not only comfortable with yourself, but happy with yourself. And it's a long road. I'm not saying that I'm there. In fact, I have recently started some unasked for homework, which entails looking myself in the eye and telling myself the things that I tell you. Oh no, I can't even mention it because I cry. See, I'm not happy with myself either. It's a road, it's a journey. But I am happy with my life. I am happy with the flowers in the morning and my kitties in the evening screaming for their wet food, even though I'm on my way, I'm busy, I'm doing a thing, calm down. I find pleasure and happiness in those moments. Reading a book or cozying up on the couch, lighting candles every night for myself. It has nothing to do with romance. It's cozy. It's what makes me feel happy. And just a sidebar, the sight of open flame, even a tea light, triggers something very animalistic in your brain and makes you feel safe, because fire was, vital for survival for a very long time. So, you could use that maybe as a little tip. If you feel sad, especially in the evening, make it cozy. Turn on, light some candles for yourself. Do the things that you would do for a loved one, for yourself. You are a person too. You can give yourself the same attention as you would give your partner. And the bonus here is if you learn to do that for yourself, without validation from someone else, aside from yourself, without being nudged by someone else, reminded by someone else, motivated by someone else, you now have the skills to do it for someone else without the disappointment if they don't reciprocate. Because you're doing it for you, If you want to make dinner for them, but you also, I just love to cook because it's cheaper. You can put in all the love that you have. And it's kind of nice to set the table for yourself and light a candle and turn on your favorite music. And now you already have those skills to share with someone. You don't need to lean on them or depend on them to show you how to be a good partner. You already are for yourself. I guess I agree with Emma Watson completely. I didn't realize. Hi, Nate and Lensatja. And did I say hello to Rory? I'm not entirely sure. Hello. Poor unfortunate soul. Oh no, I hope you're okay. And Cronoptum. Hello. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I'm doing my best. Welcome and thank you for the follows. I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm sorry, that was a very long rant. I'm going to try and catch up now. Oh no, I really did yap a lot. No. Oh, that relates to kids with endometriosis. Oh, that I can do my very best, Manaya. But I don't know everything. But I'll do my best. I knew a woman who had 2 kids, and she told me she was never the same again after the second baby. You're not a person anymore, and I am not sure if I should trust the people who say that or who don't talk about that part, because I don't know. Either you're unaware and thus unconsciously, but still neglecting your kid in a way if you don't understand that truly this is your life now. There's a reason there's a stereotype of unwashed mom, and the baby smell and puke on your shirt that you didn't even notice because you're so in the smell of baby all the time. I don't know. I don't even have to have kids, but I know first few years gone. And yes, it will be worth it. Yes, there's a payoff. Yes, yes, yes. But to say from a start point that you would be more satisfied by having a kid is not, it's not the right leg to start with. You are doing the wrong dance, sir. People say life is worth living. I don't know about that. No. Snoring that isn't super preferable, please let me know. Do you snore? Jungus snores. You snore so loud that you woke up the neighbor and he sent you an SMS to see if you were okay. Well, that's a good neighbor. I hope you brought them flowers, because that's a good neighbor. um, don't you have those clips? Have you tried those with the magnets? I don't know if it works, but I've seen them. It's so funny though. I love that. But Danny, hello. I have a million subjects in my head. There's a lot of branches, so I'm trying to keep up. I'm sorry. Did I say hello to you? I hope you're having a good weekend. One of the things I have intermediate is related to it. Okay, hit me, United. It's okay. If I don't have an answer, I'll let you know. Oh God, I hope before the camera dies, because it's letting me know that it has no energy today. I forgot to charge it. Oh no. We might be able to lift heavy weights as a guy, but if you tell me I think women are the strongest sex at times, imagine the pain of being a mom, having to have a career. A lot of the things we'll never be able to understand as men. You know, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Because I will never understand what it feels like to need to be a provider, to need to be a protector. That role that you are born with, just as women are kind of born with the role of becoming a mother, it goes both ways. And I get what you're saying, Jacob, and to a degree, I have to agree. I'm so sorry. But that's like thousands and thousands of years of indoctrination and brainwashing from up top, whatever it was, whether it was religion or capitalism. It's very complicated, but the thing is that I think that we will always be strongest if we work together, if we use each other's strengths, because where a woman is strong, yeah, maybe a man could use it, but don't you think if we just learn to live with each other, all of us, not just male, female, just everyone, people, why have we not watched The Lion King 2? That should be mandatory. As a teen, not as a kid, as a teen. As a teen, when you're able to form thoughts and have an opinion, watch The Lion King 2. It's so simple. How did we miss the lesson? I hope I'm not overwhelming you, Manayar. I'm sorry. It isn't always like this. Usually is really just funny, but I guess we should thank this person for being a bit rude. Calling a woman a host instead of hostess. Oh, I didn't even realize the way. Oh no, some progress. It's disgusting. I need to look it up. I didn't have time because I was already pissed off when I heard it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to an audiobook because I have started an audiobook this morning. It's a miracle. My relatives keep asking me when I'm going to start a family and become a dad all the time. And when I say to them that I'm having kids, they all just smile and give me that tired line, oh, you don't know that? In a few years, you'll feel different, which would make me even less inclined to have kids just to spite them because that's how I work. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Honestly, with a lot of the time, I've learned that if you say something in a way that is very truthful, so just like, saying the truth, but in the most unexpected way, socially speaking, that will shut people up. Like, to some people, it depends on the situation, but sometimes when I've known someone for a long time, and they know I am chronically ill, and that it has to do with my uterus, and they are asking a question relating to it in a tone that tells me that, for one, they're already belittling me just by asking the question. Two, they don't believe me. I am very crude and rude, basically, and say it in such a way that it's usually men. Women don't really need to ask about my uterus, but just in the most ridiculous way possible, just to shut them up. It's kind of effective, and maybe not mean, but I feel mean when I do it. I do, but it's also satisfying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, you found it. A Republican Oklahoma lawmaker who defended his description of pregnant women as hosts won approval Tuesday for its bill that would require women seeking abortion at third officials. What? Yeah, that's not good. Straight up. I'm already grandma to chat. See, Daddy, I've peaked. I've peaked in life. This is it. I'm happy. I'm grateful. Honestly, I don't really want anything more. No, that's not true. I do. I want to know a lot more. But I don't really need to have anything more. Not physically, at least. That's horrible, straight up. I don't know what to say. He won approval Tuesday for his bill that would require a woman seeking an abortion to first receive written consent from the father. Are they using The Handmaid's Tale as like a guide in the government over there? What is happening? What is happening? Please do, Storm. I would love that. Please do. I've never actually had an office job or a typical 9-to-5 job. I've always been on the road or out in nature, and I just can't see myself having a career in some office. Just rotting away inside. The thought of it makes me shudder. Me too. I mean, I did some office jobs in my time. But we're not really supposed to. We're not really supposed to. We're supposed to be outside and find animals in the clouds, dance in puddles. I don't know, pick flowers and make daisy chains. We're supposed to play. We're supposed to play. It's often deserved, but I've had cubicle jobs where every day was filled with laughter. That's still not nature, but it wasn't misery. That's amazing to hear, the way, because it's quite depressing to hear all the negative stories, but it's possible, yeah. But I think I think it would be a lot more enjoyable for everyone if we had the option to have fresh air. You know, if it was possible to open all the sides of the building, for example, so fresh air could come in, or give the people the freedom to just sit outside somewhere if they like sun, but also remain inside if you don't like sun. For me, for example, I don't know. It's very sterile, and it's more like it's more about that you don't get fresh air and sunlight. I think office jobs wouldn't be nearly as bad if you were able to move around a little bit more. Being sedentary, sitting all day is not healthy. Okay, so if you were able to walk, I think office jobs wouldn't be nearly as bad. But I don't know. Tuesday, ooh, Jungus. That wall climbing video you posted, baby lab. Okay, good, Storm. Me too. I wanted to climb. I was wearing heels. I don't care. I will climb. I would have done more if it had been open, but it was actually closed. So, alas, next time. Next time. I love climbing. Okay, I'm gonna scroll a little bit because people are talking to each other. When the day of judgment dawns on and people, great and small, come marching in to receive their heavenly reward, the Almighty will gaze upon the mere bookworms and say to Peter, "Look, these need no reward. We have nothing to give them. They have loved reading." Virginia Woolf. That's a beautiful quote, Tab. I agree, sort of, but um, I want to. I would like to add the fine print of um, having been alive long enough to read all the books that they wanted to read, and it was added to their TBR. Because otherwise, I don't know. I would like to have eternity in the heaven version of the Library of Alexandria, please. But yes, take care of yourself before you take care of others, right? Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, it's very frustrating to learn, but it's very true. You can't do shit if you're not good yourself. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect for anything in life. In fact, being imperfect and flawed is the beauty of being alive and being human and you know, being a bit of dust in the universe. It's exactly the flaws that make us interesting. People who present themselves as being perfect always scare me, because that's probably not, it's probably not a very good mindset to think of yourself like that. But I don't know. Um, oh, I lost my track of thought. Oh, I mean, sometimes when people get into a self-help flow, um, the misunderstanding grows that you need to be healed fully and completely and never have any relapses in order to be lovable. Stop. You're already lovable. You could already have a relationship. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be healed of all your trauma. It's almost impossible. The thing that is most important is that you are aware and take accountability and responsibility of who you are and what you are, and go from there. It's vital that you learn to take care of yourself if you're not very good at it. I'm not very good at it. What do you mean not the Lion King 2 Storm? It's the best movie ever. It has the best message that you can want from a movie. So simple as well. I love the ending. It's kind of better than the Lion King 1, I think. I think. Oh. That was from back what? I really need to Google it straight up. I will get on it later today. Actually, not after stream. I have to do other things after stream. I am sitting next to a fridge, as Budani confirmed. Yes, I live in a studio basically. This is my corner. Welcome to my corner. This wasn't supposed to look like this, but it looks like this, and now we're almost at the end of the year, so why change it? I'm very blunt to some of my relatives, and most of them have stopped asking me that. I asked my nan if I had to mail her my balls for her to finally understand I was serious about not having kids of my own. She's never asked me that question since. I love that, Chungus. I love that. Yes. If people are rude, because it's really rude. It's rude to say something about your reproductive system to other people that is really unasked for. And it's none of your business. As long as you're not in a romantic relationship with someone, I don't think it's your business at all. I do have a good relationship with my dad still. She was just, baffled for a little bit, Chungus. I love that. You've escaped. How are you doing, Wisdom? Food will do it. Climbing with heels? Yeah, I did straight up. Well, not high. I would have gone higher if there had been more, but it was like a kid's climbing wall, and there was. I mean, I didn't even film most of what I did. Basically, I'd gone to the library with a friend, and it was really hot, and I just really wanted to be out for a little bit. I was having fun. I was happy, and then we went on a little adventure in a wooded area where you could normally play. It's supposed to be for kids, but that just makes no sense. Who came up with the rule after 12, no more playing? Frick that. But most of the things were chained up, but you can't chain up a wall. but it's basically in the middle of some forest area that has climbing things and logs and stuff. And I was wearing these huge heels. I wasn't prepared, and I didn't know in the morning that I was going to go into a forested area, so that I would probably enjoy walking around in easier shoes. But I was there. I'm not gonna be stopped by some silly shoes. And then the climbing wall came into view, and I was like, I need to do that. I need to try and show you that I can do this in heels, because women can do anything in heels as long as they are just able to walk in heels to begin with. I feel like that's a skill. Is that me? Are there any women who can confirm or deny this? But because I do feel like there's women who can walk in heels and there's women who can't walk in heels. It's either something you can or you cannot. Is that me? Is it something I've observed lately? I don't know why. Oh, and that's okay, Riku. I'm glad you're not, and I'm glad you're able to admit that you're not perfect. You're not supposed to be. I am so sus of people who pretend to be perfect or want to be perfect. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. You wouldn't want to. We would all be the same, because for one, we would have to agree on what perfect is. We can't. It's impossible. What I like is something that you might hate, and vice versa. It doesn't work. It's not gonna work. Hello, Unstupefied. How are you doing? The new manufactured diamonds are too perfect, which ironically means they're not very valuable. The natural flaws in real diamonds have more value. I love that. Yeah. I don't love diamonds, but I love that story. Hi, Miracle Boy. Yes, it did. I was given a subscription to the library by a very dear friend. So Christmas has started for me. Hi, Boulder. Happy Suburb Sunday. Hope you had a good week. We're now a bit of newly acquired cat added to Discord. I am going to look at it after stream. Is that okay, Wisdom? I am so happy for you. I have to be careful because I have been thinking about another cat a lot lately, and I can't do it. I don't have the room. I literally don't have the room. So I have to live vicariously through other people. I'm so doomed. If I find a kitten, I swear, because I'm not gonna. Nah. I'm taking it home. It's mine. I love climbing. I'm just too heavy for it currently, but I'm working on it. Currently at 133 compared to 140 10 days ago. That's amazing, Chungus! That's a lot! Be careful! As in, I'm so proud of you, but don't do stupid things, okay? Don't do stupid things to lose weight. You will get there. Slow but steady does the job. Is that a saying? That's amazing! I kind of want to go climbing again as well. The first time I went climbing was in the Ardennes for like a school thing in the beginning of my 20s on an actual rock face. Loved it. So I don't know. I might have to look into that as well. It did wake something up in me last weekend. Wait, what day is it? Sunday, Friday. I went climbing on Friday. I'll put a little clip of it in the reel at the end of the month. Because I've been quite enjoying the assembling of a moments reel at the end of the month. I'm pretty sure it's going to get into it. I saw some men in Amsterdam who walked on heels better than the woman around them. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. It's so mean. There's also some men out there who have amazing hair and they don't do anything about it. Like, what is your secret? And they're like, I don't wash it. Like, why? What do you mean? But this is true wisdom. Yeah. So, okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked just women. I'm so sorry. That was stupid. People, humans, can either walk in heels or they can't. I fully believe that it's a skill that is just like being able to roll your tongue or something. It's in your genes, right? I feel like I need to mention that wearing heels shortens your calves and it's really bad for your feet-shaped ankles. But straight up, for women, it's better for their hip and back, lower back. So if I walk on flat shoes, especially as much as I did last Friday, when I come home, I have to do something I call a sumo, because you know how a sumo wrestler does like the stamp thing with one of his leg. So I have to make that movement to realign my hips, and they crack so loud that if you've never heard it before, it sounds, and people usually assume that I just broke my entire what is it called? Becca? Well, what is it in English? Becca? Your hips, my entire hips. It sounds like I broke everything. I walked on heels, even through forested area, like off the path and stuff. Nothing, nothing, not no hurt in my back. I tried to do the sumo, nothing. It was just normal. I have a better posture in total wearing heels. Always have. Heaviest ever I was in January. I was 148 kilograms, so I'm progressing with care and consideration. Okay, good. Just saying, just saying. I know that not everyone is aware of it, and I understand wanting to reach your goal faster, but don't do silly things to get there, okay? No worries, most of that 7 kilograms difference is just water weight. What is that saying? I've heard it before, but I don't know. I don't know. What does it actually mean? Is it literally? I don't know. Hello, Carla Beck. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're having a good weekend. This is Toulouse. I think she wants to be spanked. I've done a lot of rock climbing. I love it all. Bouldering, gyms, sport climbing, but I prefer traditional where you set your own anchors. Ah, no, free solo. Yeah, it's probably my favorite, but I only did that when I really knew my limits. Okay, that is impressive. The way I would probably love free solo as well, but too much. I have a slight suspicion that I would not be able to quit because I know from experience that I'm quite the adrenaline junkie, really, when it comes down to it. So I will keep myself anchored. So impressed though. Yeah, free solo is just nothing. Just nothing. You just go. You're just like, this looks like I can climb, and you climb. I would never. Pelvis. Thank you, Chungus. Yes. It sounds after I've, and I don't even have to walk for that much actually. If I just walk a little bit, a lot. What's that? Say I walk 7,000 steps, right? That's not that much. I feel like it's not that much. My lower back and my hips and my entire pelvis will be just misaligned completely, and then I have to crack it as you would with your back or your fingers. But with my hips, both of them, I think it's very interesting too. Straight up, shortened heel tendons are probably still better than the foot crumb to curl toes like Joe's Chinese lady in that book. Oh God, wisdom. Yeah, no, I think, yeah. What do you think about ballerinas? I wanted to be a ballerina when I was a kid, but I wasn't allowed. It was too expensive, I was told. But I do yoga as well, so I don't worry about that. The shortening of my tendons. Oh no, my summer eczema has returned. My weight loss plan is a 5-year plan. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I have nothing to say, as I'm also going to put on more muscle mass. So I started at 148, and final goal is get under 110. Okay, good. Okay, I'm just worried because when I hear someone talking about losing weight, Ozempic and internet and what's it called, look maxing, and I just want you to be safe. I want you to be safe. I want you to be okay. And if that means losing some weight, then I'm so here for it. And I want to support you. But I also want to make sure that you do it in a safe way. It's not worth it to do it in a stupid way. You wouldn't get me even attempt free solo? I would love it, I think, actually. What do I think about ballerinas? Look horribly painful. It's so pretty though. They're like the actual fairies. I really wanted to be a ballerina. I don't think I would have been a bad one. I'm small, and that's like perfect, right? So they can just yeet you. I'm really small. You could just throw me around. I get. Isn't it? Oh no, that's cheerleading. Well, also ballet. So. Maybe I'll do that for my 35th birthday to celebrate. To be able to crack and readjust your body is superpower, kind of like rebuilding the Lego blocks. Although it probably is with hellish pain, so you probably won't see it like that. It's not super comfortable, but to continue walking with misaligned hips or a misaligned pelvis is a bit worse. So yeah, I mean, if it gets bad enough, if it gets bad enough, if I walk enough, then even just moving my, I don't think you see, but if I walk bad enough, just doing this would crack it. I wouldn't even have to move anything at all, or just something extreme. Just moving it to the side as opposed to forward will just completely crack everything up. That hurts. That's no fun. So I don't know what it is, but when you're a woman, your posture is better. I don't know if it's the same for men because your pelvis is different. But my lower back and my pelvis hurt less. It's like, oh, hips get out of shape, no matter. Let me just quickly put them back crack. See, I do use it sometimes to shock people. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to be like, hold on, I have to do the sumo and not explain or wait and just do it. Usually people are like, oh, do you need to go to the hospital? No, I'm good. I'm good now. No, I didn't know, but I just, I still, I hope you know, I didn't assume anything, but I'm just throwing it out there. I'm worried. The whole Ozempic thing has really thrown me off. Like, what are people doing? Please. And that's coming from someone who has trouble eating, has always had trouble eating and trouble with weight. So I can see the desire. I can understand the desire to use a quick fix. Quite well. Better than I would want to. Okay, good. Don't take any medication or crap. I got all the soda, candy, chocolate out of my life. Chocolate! Because fast food and short carbs cut down my animal source protein no more than 30% of my diet and increased fiber and general vegetable intake. Oh my god, so much of my weight loss is just dietary adjustments. Honestly, a lot of weight problems can be fixed with dietary adjustments. Sugar is a big problem for a lot of people. But that you've thought it through. Okay, good. I'm glad. Transformer. Yeah. You don't even know. Straight up. High heels was originally worn by men. Yes, specifically cavalry and men who rode horses because it was easier to stay in the stirrups. Oh my god, that's the stupidest invention. Wait, are you kidding? Are you sure? Because that doesn't make sense. If you've been on a horse or if you've fallen off a horse, you know that heels is really dangerous. Oh no, I just stopped in cat food. That's a one-way ticket to a broken neck. Are you kidding? Yeah, you're supposed to. Okay, never mind. It's technical. Hi, Kim. How are you doing? I don't know if it was truly a dislocation, but I've had my leg go wonky while climbing. I couldn't move it and I had to jerk my body to get it back in place. Could be. Actually, could be. Because your muscles are really strong in ways that the human body is probably not entirely used to. So I believe that. It could be, yeah. Did you get it checked out, the way? Because that sounds also not ideal. Oh no, I would panic in that case. That would go. I don't know. That would not be good. No, 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 no. Please don't. Not on a mountain. Not free solo. God. My God. Why, chat? Don't jump like that. Hello. Stop it. The origin. It later became fashion among men of high society, but stirrups were different back then. But the thing is, if you're not supposed to touch your heel in your stirrup. You're not. Oh no, I can't explain. Listen, it's not. Even if the stirrups were different, your foot if this is the stirrup and this is your heel, and here and behind it is where the heel comes out, right? This is, why am I not just picking up a freaking shoe? Hold on. This is a shoe. This is not where you're supposed to have your stirrup. You're supposed to have your stirrup here, not here. Makes no sense. That was very difficult. This little shorts that I'm wearing is a bit more tight than I thought it was. Does that make sense? Your stirrup is not supposed to be anywhere near a heel. That's so stupid. That was an excuse. They just wanted to wear heels. I think they just wanted to wear heels. But yes, and men had long hair, and pink used to be a boy's color for when you were a kid. Oh, I'm pretty sure that my foot in the air is going to be like the thumbnail. I can feel it. I can feel it already. Riku, don't laugh at me like that. I had a horse stable about 1 kilometer from a childhood home, so grew up around horses. I trained horses. I grew up around horses as well. Your stirrup is not supposed to be under in the. It's not supposed to be there. So I don't know. I mean, I believe what you're saying. It's just that I don't think it was very wise. I don't think the design was really well thought out. That's what I'm saying. The thing is, if you fall, I feel like the most dangerous thing about riding on a horse is when you get stuck, you fall, and one of your feet stays in your stirrup, because the horse is gonna panic even more than it already did before you fell off. If assuming that you fell off because your horse is panicking, if your horse is panicking, you fall off, and then imagine a horse is running away, and you are stuck to the horse with your head hitting the ground with God knows how many miles an hour, and your foot is stuck in the stirrup that you cannot reach anymore now. You're dead. You're dead. It's game over. You know what I mean? No, I wasn't standing. I was sitting. I don't think I can do it anymore. I'm not going to try. I couldn't reach other shoes, and I realized I was wearing heels. But no! Oh, you own a stable? That doesn't say anything, 40. I don't, but, it was a gift. That is impressive. That is a lot of money. What did you have to do to get a stable? Oh my God. Okay, I'm dying. Well then, that's a clear. Oh no. We'll continue this. Yes, I'll admit it. This is how I broke my elbow. I had my foot up above my head. All right, that's it. All right. I need to go before my phone camera actually dies. We'll continue this conversation. I am not saying that you weren't right about the shoes and where they came from, originated. I'm just saying it makes no sense. And I just keep seeing, because we're talking about long ago when men wore heels and stuff and wigs and shit. So all I keep seeing in front of me is men in tights. Because think about the fashion, men had tights and all the things that women wear. Basically, men used to wear a powdered wig, barely hanging on, and the fancy little slippers with a heel, and a horse just going crazy. That's what I keep saying. It's not funny. People died, probably. Sorry. I'm sorry. I need to go. My camera is dying. Phone is dying. I'll be back tomorrow, though. What am I going to do? I don't know. Hope that someone shows up, because I received one of the gifts I was given lately. I'm very happy about it. But I didn't want to talk about it until I saw the person. So let's hope that... I think it was Scraticus, wasn't it? I think it was Graticus. Thank you for the follow, Daniel. I'll be back tomorrow. Look at the schedule to see what that means for you. We will be doing some serious things. Not that today wasn't serious, but we'll be in the co-working sphere, trying to be productive in different ways. In the breaks, we'll continue our talks and talk about whatever's going on in the world, or our brains, or our hearts, and keep each other company. Persia, the saddles were nothing like the modern variety. They were more like platforms, so that he acted like a stopper. Bad posture! Bad posture! No, I know. It's just I had the white wig man with the dainty little slippers and tights in my head. It's funny in a morbid way. I'm sorry. Okay. I really need to go because it's gonna die and it's gonna be uncomfortable and weird. I'll be back tomorrow. Look at the schedule. I love you. Thank you for being here and making my day a little bit more bright in the best way possible, which is from a dark screen basically instead of sun. Take care of yourself. Drink water. Be nice. Right? You are a person. You hear yourself as well. And lighting a few candles in the evening is really a game changer, especially if you're alone. Trust me. So try it. Right. Hope to see you soon. Don't worry. It's all going to be okay. And if not, we'll make it so. Bye-bye.